Hello and welcome to How I Play, my level 115 Shadow Knight, Shaman, Bard, Beast Lord, Mage, and Wizard together. There will be parses throughout the video. What we're going to do in this video is we're in Cobalt Scar, which is the Colossevision expansion, and this is like let's call it 115 content, right? This is going to be probably the best example of that. Now, the named Pikebreath is currently up, and we're gonna go kill him. He is Desiree Fanfare is up also. We might, well, she's a pain, so I'm not gonna bother with that. But we're going to go kill him, and then we're gonna go kill Zandicar. She's a pain because getting to her involves killing almost all of the Grotto. It's just the best way for that to work, so let's find him here. He is straight ahead. Now, I killed him the other day, and he was like right around here. There he is, right there. Alright, so let's pull him. I'm going to Restless Mantle. Or not, jeez. Why can't I click this damn thing? Alright, let's get him going here. Now, why aren't you clicking? I'm not 100% sure why. I can't click any of my, Alright, well, let's just go with it. We don't need it. Looks like one of our mage pets died. So he's at 75%. You can see the damage here. Hobbs at 500k. Tiwani at 368. And rising, right? There we go. It's up now. There's something that was blocking that, I feel. I don't know what it was. We'll have to figure that out. My wizard didn't even like make it here. What a total doof. Oh my god, where's everybody at? They're right there. Alright, he wasn't even there, so let's see what kind of damage he gets out of this. Oh my god. I'm spamming 5 the whole time I'm running him over here, by the way. Oh my god, there we go. Let's see here. He's not even on the DPS charts yet. We'll have to do some pet. There we go. He got a little bit of damage on there. Oh my god, that's hilarious. So we're group total of 1.7 million. There we go. All right, perfect. So we got a fur mantle with just some shoulders, some ore for making items, and snow squall legs. Not bad at all. Just roll these out. This might be an upgrade for Nomagard. We'll send that to him since he is the lamest of all that. All right, so let me turn off attack on you, and then invis them. So if we go over here and bring in the logs, kind of look at these real quick. So Pikebreath is the only thing we fought here. So DPS summary. So at the end of this, the highest DPS was my mage at 532,000 DPS, followed by my Shadow Knight, and then my Beast Lord, and then my Bard. Now, this doesn't, like, it's kind of bad because my Wizard was all jerking himself around over by the shells. And then the Shaman down here. Now, let's get these pets. Let's get them leadered up real quick. Just so they show up better. Oh, who the hell's that? That's the Shadow Knight. There we go. Alright, that should get rid of all of those. Now, there we go. The numbers don't really change much, but it does show the stuff. So, we're going to get better numbers in this next one. We did kill a name. Relatively easy. Like, I will say, I don't know why I couldn't click Restless Mantle when we first got here. Definitely some kind of conflict on something I'm casting right now. It could have just, there could have been just another one up at the time, because I did just come straight from guild lobby. Invis. There we go. All right, let's make our way across the zone over here. Now, I'm not going to go all the way. I'm going to use the mage to call a hero to the next spot, but let me see here. So the other name that's up in this zone is like right over here. Now you can kind of see how terrible this is to get to. It's inside there. So we're going to skip that. We're going to go straight to Zandicar. All right. So we are now inside the Zandicar Reborn mission. This says pretty good. Like it's a straight up fight, right? Like there's Zandicar right there. It's a pretty straight up fight. You can position your characters however you want, and start it whenever you want, right? It's very nice in regards to that. So I can like put my bar like right back here. I can go ahead and target Zandicar. I can start casting on Zandicar. I can put my Beast Lord like right here. I can put my Shaman probably like on the side right here. You know, it's really nice in that regard. It's a nice, you know, mission. You know, you have to, you know, it's one of the things you can do, right? And you can just position all your characters beforehand. They're not on follow, so, you know, it's just nice and easy right there. All right. So let me get myself buffs on, just make sure those are good. Now this guy hits for like 100k. I'm no joke, right? I brought my 125 paladin in here to solo him, right? But paladin like hits him for like 12 million. It's insane with Slay Undead. But I digress. He almost got killed. Like it gets pretty rough. So we got all those on, and I think we're good to go. Now, what I'm going to do for this mission is I'm going to pop I'm gonna pop shield, flash, maybe deflection until I can get him slowed. I'm gonna try to slow him with my shaman as soon as possible, but we'll see how that goes. So shift numpad 3, just make sure I got the right thing on there. So we hail him. He turned slightly. I don't like that, but that's fine. He'll turn back here momentarily. Let's move them back just a smidge. Yeah, there we go. Right. So he's going to insist. I'm going to click auto attack on. I'm going to do shield flash now, insist, and then I'm good. All right. I got that going. And I'm going to deflection. And I'm going to shift numpad 3. I lost aggro. See, he's slowed. All right, he's slowed right there with Turgor's insects. So now we can burn him. I'm just going to click all my burns. 777, 8888888, and good to go. And we just have to get him down to like 10%, I think, is what it is. But we'll see. There we go. Looking pretty good. We're at, 3.5 million DPS total. Everybody's in optimal positions, right? I believe everybody's meleeing. Let me see if I can swap over here. You are meleeing, right? Yeah. I don't know why her camera's all zoomed in, but there we go. 4%. I have information you need desperately. Information, magic, Volk Air, punish. Right, there's lore to this, right? But there we go. Now we got a few minutes on this, so you can see the mage is my top in DPS by far, followed by my beast lord, and then that's not even sorted, right? So actually the beast lord did more damage, but she did less DPS, right? The shaman actually did 200k DPS, and the bard, did a respectable 539, and the wizard did 600 and 37,000 DPS, but only 42 million damage total. Putting it there. So very interesting results. But let's open up the chest here and see if anybody gets an upgrade here. Everybody is going to get some achievements for this because we killed it so fast. And some AAs. This is FVM. I'm thinking this is like a real server, and I gotta like think about all this. Send this to Hobbs. So we get Faded Blizzard. This is where you get that armor. Let's just send that to Hobbs for now and figure it out later. See, this is a one-handed AUG. Let's send that to the Bard. Apparently the Bard already has one. Stasi, maybe? There we go. Spell Gem. And plate to Hobbs. Leather to Stasi. Cloth to Nomregard. And the range item, let's give that to Nomregard. He has like terrible gear. There we go. So let's get a picture of us with Zandicar here. And we're going to go outside and kill some more mobs, but kind of want this as the thumbnail. Can I? There we go. He's, now, if you don't know the story here, right? This is Zandicar plus the head of Talendor. It's weird. I know. It's weird. But, there's the lore, and we'll get to it at some point. There we go. So I'm going to kick everybody out of this task. We'll go around, run around in Western Waste killing mobs to kind of get a better idea on the damage. All right, so we're done with that. Let's go up here in the Western Waste and just see if we can find anything to kill. Make sure everybody's with us here. There's a few names that spawn all around here. I like this little pit down here, so I think I made a video on it. But let's run up there and see what's going on. Now, I don't believe anything here will see double invis. If they do, well, we're in for a treat. But for the most part, I think we can run through here without any issue. Now, the names are gonna, obviously see through invis, but the miscreation of Timeless is up. So we're gonna. Yeah, there is one other player in the zone. I don't know what he's doing, but if he's not down here, we will go kill it. I don't want to cause any issues I don't need to. So we got Frosted. These don't see invis to it. Alright, so Frosted. Now these are nice because they drop all the trade skill materials. I've spent quite a bit of time farming these. Alright, there he is right there. You know what? Let's just kill him and see what happens. I don't see anybody else around here. So I'm going to pull him right over here. Now, he is a belly caster. If you like know anything about dragons, right? Oof. He is hitting like a truck of duck. Let's get Mantle up. Now, this is with just auto follow on. Letting them kind of get as close as they can get. I don't think I have any burns up here. Let's do this. Watch this. Mana burn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did it? Oh my god, it didn't do anything. Did he actually mana burn it? Yeah, he did. Alright, we got an ad. It's on me though. Now it's not on me. Let's get it on me. Let's throw up any burns we got just to knock this guy out pretty quick here. Since we do have an ad. I would switch to the ad normally, but I'm good. So even with a mana burn, he's not top DPS. Now he does not have the same focuses that the mage has, right? He has like lower tier stuff compared to the mage, so there is some, comparison there that could be made, right? There's that one. Where's the other guy? Oh, yeah, 2 of them. All right, well, party time. in the USA. Alright, so answer is the item we got here. This is, let's give it to the Beast Lord, I think, for now. That'll be a good option for her. She doesn't have any upgrades since way before that. Now, the whole time I'm playing, I'm only pressing the 5 key. Like, that is the whole gist of, like, all the multi-binds I set up. And everything I do is I only need to push 1 key to do this, right? Like, it's not like I need any kind of anything besides IS Boxer to do any of this, right? It's just I have it all set up. I run up to the mob, I press 5. And I don't press it at like any different time. I just spam it pretty much. I like literal no thought involved at all in this. Now you can do the same thing with true boxing. I was doing it with numpads. I had like 4 or 5. You know, if you've seen the pictures of my true boxing setup, you know, I have like 4 or 5 numpads in a row, 4 or 5 MMO mouses in a row, and I just, you know, go 1, 2, 3 all across all of them. It all works the same. Just, you know, Iceboxer makes it more convenient and more cost effective because you don't have to have, you know, 12 computers or how many ever computers you want. And on live servers, you don't true box yourself by pushing the same button twice in a row on one client because, you know, it's just the way it works, right? But you can see here we're doing pretty good damage on this. The mage is having really good sustain here. You can see we're just getting massive amounts of trade skill materials from all this. But we'll just like run over to this guy. So you just run mob to mob, killing them without much effort involved, right? I think I got to like 25% at one time because I wasn't healing because I was trying to position. I was talking. Now you can see I also have restless ice infection on me too. Right, like I'm infected with restless ice, so I'm taking even more damage because that is a dot, right? I want to get that cured as soon as possible. Impure, and it's still got 20. There we go, got it. It's, you know, it's a lot of charges. I think it's like 60. The Necromancer Purify, like the self purify, we'll get rid of it, and I think one purify, but yeah, it's a real pain. It's gonna, the colors are gonna blown out here because it's white, right? And the I think I have bloom on. There we go. But oh, this is like 2 AAs a pop, right? There was 1 on that one, but pretty good experience, right? Let's go up here. Now this is, so we're currently in the Ring of Scale expansion. So you go Ring of Scale, the Burning Lands, and then you go Torment of Velius, and then you go Claws of Vishan. So you can kind of see this is more current content and how we fare in that kind of content, right? Which is not too bad in all honesty. Now I'm half tempted in this video just to run over to Maiden's Eye and see how we would fare there at the same time, but there's like nothing I can spend AAs on except see the jewel crafting, I mean trade skill stuff, so it's kind of sad. But once we hit 116 we will have more options. Go, let's just roll all this stuff out. Now we don't have to worry about rolling it out when we get here in the actual series. But you can definitely say I don't think we need to stay here much longer. Let's go ahead and run off to Maiden's Eye. I don't think, I'm gonna check my wizard. I don't know if I bought his teleport spell. I just got the Cobalt Scar one for him. Just a second, I don't think he has the next one yet. So it'll take a second to get there. Let's kill this guy since he aggroed. But you can see between all my life taps and the shaman healing, I'm able to stay up pretty high, but I do ping pong a lot. Now that is, you know, something that might concern you. Concerns me a lot, because you know the ping pongs are pretty bad, because these things are what are they hitting for? 20, 40? Yeah, 20 and 40,000. So they hit pretty hard. All right, I'm going. What are you aggroed? Let's get away from him real quick. All right, let's do that. Let's invis. So I'm going to run off to Maiden's Eye. All right, we're here in Maiden's Eye. There is no portal here. it's you have to take the clicky item, or you have to use the guild hall teleporter, or run here. Now, this zone is a, it's like a 116 zone, right? Like we con these things. They should be, well, that one's in blue. Now, I believe this one was an easier zone, right off the bat, right? I believe it was easier. So it looks like Tiki is up. Is he named? Yeah, he's right around here. So we'll make an attempt. It would be nice if we die. Let's see if we can find, I think he's that red one, right? Yeah, that's him. So these are Redcon named. He's 121. So he's big honcho around here. I'm gonna tag him right there. I'm gonna bring him right over here. I'm gonna Carpass. I'm gonna grab another. All right, I guess we're mage pets are doing their thing. There's some kind of AoE going out, so I don't have them on greater hold. All right, so let's start dropping some burns on this guy here. I think we've used them all at this point. I don't think there's anything left in the reserves. Let's see where. So obviously, the mage is still winning. So unfortunate, but the wizard is close. I think he's on his way though. He just needs more gear, I think. I'm gonna go Visage of Death. Let me see if I can get anything else out of their burns. Buttons at all. 45%, not too bad. Shaman's doing fine healing. I believe I have the Beast Lord currently set to do the heal over target heal. No, she is not doing the target heal, so perfect. So she's doing all her damage, and they're all magically DPSing correctly. Bard was not singing for that entire fight because I just realized I had it off. There we go. So here is a 116 spell, a 115 cloak. Nice. I'll send that to Nomagard, and then Faded Waxing. So this is probably a good thing to compare here, right? This is probably the best you can get at 115. Obviously not as good as raid gear, but definitely good gear. So we did that one pretty good. We'll look at the numbers here in a minute. We're not really in a good safe spot. I'm just looking to see if there's any named up. So those are kind of like what I like to kill the most. It's so hard to tell in this name. They all have like stupid names, right? And it's so hard to like sort this thing. Let's see here. Diablo. Zao. Like the red ones are the ones that it's gonna be, right? So Diablo, Zai, Urkel. Diablo. Is there another name Diablo? Nope. Miranda. Nope. Taboo. Nope. Territar. Nope. All right. There's no named up, so we can just focus on killing stuff. So let's go. Let's actually invis up. Now, I made a video on it a while ago. This camp right over here. Hopefully nothing attacks us as we run across here, because I'm just blindly doing it. This camp over here, from like this area here, It goes, I think, the Dawn Shroud all the way over here. There's like bats and all kinds of little creatures you can fight. I think this is the spot I stand in. Let's break follow right here and leave them. And this is a pretty good spot overall, right? You can pull these wolves, they're yellow, and do stuff here. Let's just kill a few of these, kind of get some more numbers here, and then we'll look at all this. So you can see here, this mob is living longer than 20 seconds. This is harder content, obviously. This is not a named, just a normal mob. So let's see here. This is, what are we at here? What's the duration? 19 seconds so far. $30 seconds. So 30-second mobs. You know, looks like 2 AA. We got 8 AA for the named. Not too bad, really. Let's see here. There's a bat right there. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there are mercenary quests for the wolves and bats, if I remember correctly. So definitely worth getting all your melee classes perfectly aligned and stuff like that. So there we go. And let's get that in. So this is what, a 50-second fight. They're longer. The pull time is, I think, put on there. So it is a little bit of a longer fight. There we go. We get some trade skill Junkaroonie. And, you know, 1.7 million seems to be, like, the number I keep seeing for the DPS for these guys. So that's probably about right. Now, let's see here. I got both, lined them up perfectly on that pull. There we go. Now, I haven't slowed it yet. I didn't slow any of the names except Zandicar, so keep that in mind. I believe Latitude has already worn off. We didn't refresh that since Zandicar, so you know, that's how useful slow is. Like, it's not that useful at this point in the game. As much, like, I don't know, I talk to a lot of people, they bring up slow all the time, and I just never do it, because it just doesn't, I'm never getting the benefit out of it. But you know, maybe it's just the way I'm playing. You know, maybe you get benefit out of it. I don't, but maybe you do. There we go, and the bard is still singing perfect. So this will be the last one, and then we'll get them to a safe spot. We'll talk about all the damage and my thoughts and where this is gonna lead up. Right, I like that Hobbs is not #1 DPS anymore. It feels better. Now he is using, you know, sword and board, so that's obviously less damage. I think with the two-hander he might jump back up a little bit. But all right, let me gate them out and we'll talk about these. All right, so here we go. So we started this video with Pikebreath, right? Our DPS was 1.6, you know, on this. I didn't burn anything like that. The wizard was, you know, jerking himself off over by some shells, so he was useless. Now, if we go to the fight we did with Zandicar, this is where we burned. This is where I got everybody positioned correctly doing that. We got 2.17 million DPS, which is pretty good, I think, at this point, considering they're not all in good gear. The Beast Lord doesn't even have current level weapons. They're, I think, still like Empires of Kunark and stuff like that. So pretty good there. The mage obviously dominating again. And then we came outside. We found another named up. This time the wizard took a top DPS spot because we mana burned. And if you take a look at his max hit there, 22 million damage. That was a critical mana burn, I would suspect. And I'm guessing this M right here says, hey, this Jack-o'-lantern mana burned. I'm guessing that's what that means. But he's still dead pretty good. But unfortunately, the mage is all still on his ass. He just barely did that, and the mage had a max hit of 1.6 million. Let's go back here to Zandicar. 1.8 million max hit for the mage. Nomergard got a 2 million max hit with one of his crits. And then on this fight, she was at a 1.1. And Nomergard got a 1.5 million on that too. So, and then we killed some trash, right? So the trash mobs, 380 million damage. We did an average on all those of 1.4 million DPS, with Tawani winning on the trash by a pretty good margin DPS wise and damage wise, right? Like 20 million damage more than Hobbs, which was second. So definitely winning there. Now, then we went over to Maiden's Eye, where we fought Tiki. They named there. This was a level 121 named. We are 116. We stomped him into the ground, if you ask me. The mage did 800,000 DPS, which is pretty good. But as you can see, the mage did double the damage of pretty much everybody but the wizard. So that's pretty crazy. In all honesty, that is pretty crazy. I guess I'm gonna have to say that I've gotten my mage down pretty good. I don't think I could beat it at this point in time. And then we killed some trash. What is that? 1.7 million average DPS. These are higher level mobs. They were yellow, I believe, to all of us, and a little bit less DPS, but overall, it was pretty good. Now, what do I think? What do I think about this? I think the Beast Lord is being held back by not having, fully upgraded gear. The Beast Lord and the Wizard did not have a character that I cannibalized. I cannibalized a Shadow Knight at 120. I cannibalized a Mage at 120. I cannibalized a Bard. I cannibalized a Shaman. And they all got like Velium threaded gear, which is the gear that you make with the ore that we were getting from the names. So they're kind of geared out, and they're pretty good. Now, Hobbs was using a sword and board, so I don't really consider his DPS, but he really needed it. If we go back to like Zandicar here, and we see, can we click this? How do I get to the view tanking summary? There we go. Now, if we take a look at this, right? The amount of damage that came out. Now, Tawani's swarm pets did the majority of the tanking, which is kind of crazy. The same with the max hit on that swarm pet was 134,000. Holy smokes! But let's ignore that for now because that's insane. Hobbs here, he tanked 21% of the mob, right? He took a total of 1.5 million damage. He got healed for 628,000 damage. I don't know what the discrepancy there is. He didn't get healed for all his damage or something. I don't know. He took a max hit of 113,000. The average hit was 56,000. That's crazy. Now, if you take a look on the swarm pets for Tawani, the mage, her pet took an average hit of 86,000. So there's like no mitigation going on there. And then Zarog's, the shaman's swarm pet, took an average hit of 106,000 with a max hit of 134,896. I'm assuming that's the max. Well, never mind. It's not the max hit because the max hit is over 180,000, which is Hobbs' swarm pet took that, right? Pretty insane. So the swarm pets, they work out pretty well for that whole, insta grabbing aggro. Now the only downside to that is it swaps the mob around and stuff like that. So there's some riposts that might get taken and stuff like that. But it looks like everybody took a little bit of damage. Let's see what where this damage came from on the bard here, just as a thing. So she got bit, right? She got bit for that. So let's take a look at Hobbs. Tank breakdown, Shadow Knight. So bites. That's his attack. Bites and rotting breath is the dot. I think there's some achievements around that and stuff like that. Interestingly enough, the warder pet did not take any damage at all. The wizard pet took a little damage. The swarm pet took a little too. And Kerr, the mage pet, took a little bit of damage. So pretty interesting on that fight. I thought it would be a little bit harder for us, but it wasn't. If we go here to the Tiki mob, right? So the swarm pet, again, taking the most of the damage. Now, on my group of 3 mages, like, swarm pets are just absolutely making things trivial, but you cannot control them. So it is terrible in missions when you need to not have the swarm pet just go off and do its own thing. So that's pretty interesting. But you can see here the max hit Hobbs took on that Terror of Luckland named was 113,000, which is crazy. It looks like everybody took at least some kind of damage out of that. There was like an AoE, I think. Let's take a look here at the tanking breakdown. So pulse, I guess, is one of his things. Lightning, maybe another one. Looks like the pulse did a little bit of damage there, but the hits, the max hit out of him was 45,000. So that's not too bad, right? That's not too bad at all. This, whatever pulse is, his ability that he has was doing that. And if we take a look here at the bites on Zandicar, same thing. Max hit for the bite was 99,000, whereas the dot that he puts on me is 113,000. So interesting. And if we take a look at like the average damage on these things here, view, tanking. Oh, I guess we don't need to. There it is right here. Combine 10. The max hit, 77,000, right? Not too bad. Some of the other characters, it looks like they got hit for a little bit higher, but I'm assuming it was something else. So, what does this all say? I say it says I got some room for improvement for the wizard and the beast lord. Now, gear-wise, they're lower, right? They're lower on the gear end. I think as they get higher end gear, maybe I'll see how much restless stuff I can make. Maybe I can just make a set of wizard gear real quick and a set of beast lord gear and maybe a weapon, and then call it a day, and they'll be fine moving forward. But I think that is kind of where the damage is kind of low. I'm not concerned about the bard DPS at the moment. I feel like it's pretty fine where it's at. Now, definitely it could go up significantly. Like if we let's look at Zandicar as an example, because that was the more of a burn. 539,000 for the bard is, I think, pretty good. I think the wizard is where I need to improve. The beast lord needs to improve, and I'm not concerned about the shaman one bit. I'm happy that the shaman did 9 million damage to Zandicar, and that was mostly probably his pets. His pet did 7 million damage, right? And that was because there's an AoE that goes out, so the pet attacked. I don't think I specifically told the pet to attack, so very nice there. So overall, I'm happy. And this is pretty much how I play the characters. Like I run them around. I hit 5. That's my multi-bomb button, and that's how it works. It's nothing more to it. It's fairly easy. I don't see myself having much issue with any of the content doing it this way. I could do I use ISBoxer for convenience. I could do it with TrueBox. I could get 6 computers and I would be able to do the exact same thing. I've done it on TLPs, no problem. So it's mostly convenience, so I don't have to have you know, 6 computers on my desk because it's annoying as it's annoying as ever to mouse into 6 different monitors and stuff like that. But as you can see, it's not too bad. Alt tab, I think it'd be a little bit more difficult because I'm doing a lot of actions per minute by spamming the button, and I can spam the buttons on, you know, multiple numpads or multiple mouses fairly easy. But being able to alt tab into different windows would probably be a little bit slower for me, especially with like the redraw rate and stuff like that some of this stuff has. But there we go. That is how I play my level 115 Shadow Knight, Bard, Shaman, Wizard, Beast Lord, and Mage. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. If you think I could improve in anything, let me know. I'm always looking to improve my characters' layout and design of how I do their multi-binds and their rotations, and anything, in all honesty. So please let me know. But thank you very much for watching, and please have a fantastic day.